Welcome to the Nation of History channel. Be sure to subscribe and like so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. The Hunter brothers achieved an aviation endurance feat in 1930 by flying non-stop for 23 days. To keep the aircraft running, they left the cockpit while in flight to inspect and repair the engine, showing exceptional courage in the early days of aviation. At Bowling Field in Washington in 1921, a curious two-horn acoustic locator was used for air defense. Before radar was invented, these giant devices were key for detecting the sound of distant aircraft, allowing the military to monitor the skies with precision. A rare Ferrari Dino 246 GTS was dug up in a Los Angeles yard on February 7, 1978, after years of mystery. Criminals had buried the vehicle as part of an insurance scam, and it remained hidden underground until children playing there made the unusual discovery. An unemployed man sells advertising space on his own head to a sports magazine in Budapest in 1939. The words "Box Sport" painted on his scalp reflect desperate survival measures in Hungary shortly before the Second World War, highlighting the economic crisis that hit Central Europe. Two Navy SBD-5 Dauntless aircraft from Squadron VB-6 fly low over the aircraft carrier USS Enterprise on November 12, 1943. The wake on the sea and their formation show air discipline in the Pacific. On the crowded deck, the camera freezes the moment when sky and steel become one scene before another cycle of takeoffs. Heavy machines and workers begin the monumental excavation of Black Canyon for the construction of Hoover Dam on July 7, 1930. The epic project aimed to control the Colorado River and generate power for the American Southwest. Such a feat of civil engineering became a symbol of perseverance during the Great Depression. A South Korean mother holds her son in an emotional embrace after the young man managed to escape from a prisoner camp in North Korea. The image captures both immediate relief and the pain built up during the forced separation, symbolizing the deep family wounds left by ideological conflicts on the peninsula. On September 20, 1932, photographer Charles Ebbets captured the iconic scene of workers eating lunch on a suspended steel beam. The photograph was taken during the construction of Rockefeller Center in New York, using large format cameras to document the city's upward growth. Betty Brosmer poses for advertising cameras in the 1950s, carrying the title of the most perfect body of that period. Her image became an icon of pin-up style, influencing beauty standards and cementing her career as one of the most photographed and best-paid models of the era. Monica Bellucci poses for a photo shoot in the 1990s, solidifying her image as one of the leading symbols of beauty and European cinema. Her successful move from fashion runways to international screens defined an era of Italian sophistication that captivated audiences worldwide. Marilyn Monroe caused a major stir when she arrived riding a pink-painted elephant on March 30, 1955. The event marked the charity opening of the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus at the old Madison Square Garden. Photographers surrounded the star as she displayed Golden Age glamour. Emperor Hirohito inspected the Type 90 acoustic detector during a period of military buildup in Japan. This sound locating technology was essential for air defense before radar became widespread, allowing imperial forces to track approaching aircraft by amplifying sound waves. The capture of a huge manta ray off the New Jersey coast in the summer of 1933 involved the crew of A.L. Kahn and the United States Coast Guard. The animal measured about 19.7 feet and weighed more than 4,400 pounds, and it was later displayed by cranes as a local marine curiosity. During excavations for the foundation of a hotel in Antakya, Turkey, archaeologists discovered the largest ancient mosaic in the world, dated to the 4th century after Christ. This monumental work from the late Roman period covers hundreds of square meters, preserving artistic details from a highly sophisticated civilization. The Junkers Ju-49 represented a major technological leap for commercial aviation by introducing the first pressurized cabin in history. Developed in Germany, this prototype allowed pilots to reach high altitudes safely, paving the way for modern long-distance flights. Building the enormous Olympic-class ships at the Harland and Wolff shipyard required technical innovations without precedent. In the image, workers watch one of the Titanic's massive funnels being moved, revealing the monumental scale of British shipbuilding in the early 20th century. The morning of September 3, 1967, marked a radical change on Swedish streets during the event known as Dagen H. The switch from left side driving to right side driving created organized chaos, with drivers and pedestrians trying to adjust at the same time to the new traffic rules in Stockholm. The oil crisis forced the Netherlands to introduce car-free Sundays to save fuel. On November 4, 1973, a group of young people used an empty highway for a picnic right on the roadway, turning a moment of scarcity into peaceful protest and simple leisure. Fidel Castro shows his skill with the bat during a baseball game in Havana in 1959. The sport, extremely popular on the island, served as a tool of public diplomacy and a reaffirmation of Cuban national identity soon after the political transition that shaped the era. 9 European monarchs posed together for the first and only time on May 20, 1910, gathered in London for the funeral of King Edward VII. The image captures the high point of dynastic diplomacy before the Great War reshaped the continent's map, symbolizing the end of an era of absolute power and imperial alliances. Charles Chaplin receives an honorary Academy Award from Jack Lemmon in 1972, marking his emotional return to the United States after 20 years of exile. The tribute at the Academy ceremony recognized the immeasurable impact of his work on world cinema, sealing a historic reconciliation with the industry. Marilyn Monroe poses in her final photo shoot in 1962, revealing a melancholic vulnerability just weeks before her early passing. The images taken by Bert Stern became a visual testament to her lasting beauty, preserving the mystery of the Golden Age's biggest star. Norma Jean enjoys a moment of leisure on the beach of Santa Catalina Island in 1943, with the iconic Avalon Casino in the background. Before becoming world famous as Marilyn Monroe, she lived an ordinary routine in California, while the surroundings served as a tourist and cultural getaway. Colonel Sanders poses in front of the first Kentucky Fried Chicken location, establishing one of the most iconic franchises in food history worldwide. Dressed in his classic white suit and carrying a cane, he turned a fried chicken recipe into a global empire that symbolized American entrepreneurial success. Workers and horses pose in front of the first version of the Hollywood sign in 1923, when it originally read Hollywoodland. Created as a temporary advertising display for a real estate development, the structure became the defining symbol of the world film industry. Engineering teams operate cranes and scaffolding to raise the colossal stones of Stonehenge during a major restoration project in 1957. The technical work aimed to stabilize the prehistoric monument in England by resetting megaliths that had fallen or tilted over millennia of weather exposure. The opening of the Sydney Opera House on October 20, 1973, celebrated the completion of one of the world's most challenging architectural projects. The event included Queen Elizabeth II and drew a large crowd at the harbour, establishing the iconic white shells as Australia's leading cultural symbol. The Mercedes-Benz 300 Cell 6.8, affectionately nicknamed the Red Pig, marked the beginning of the AMG legend on the racetrack. On July 25, 1971, this luxury sedan shocked the world by taking second place at the 24 Hours of Spa, proving that heavy cars could beat lighter, more agile sports cars. The historic meeting between John Lennon and Chuck Berry on February 16, 1972, symbolized the link between classic rock and the musical avant-garde. During a television broadcast, the two icons shared the stage in an energetic performance that celebrated the roots of a genre that changed world culture. George Harrison and Bob Marley shake hands backstage at a theater in Los Angeles in 1975, linking two giants of world music. The historic meeting happened during Marley's California tour, symbolizing mutual respect between the former Beatle and the reggae icon during a highly creative period. Barack Obama smiles alongside his school friends in Hawaii in 1979, celebrating their graduation. The photo captures the future President of the United States in a relaxed, youthful moment, surrounded by tropical scenery and friendships that shaped him before he entered national politics. Elizabeth Taylor is photographed in 1951 dressed as a ballerina, capturing her shift from child star to one of the greatest icons of Hollywood's golden age. At 19, her studio presence already showed the charisma and camera appeal that would make her a global legend in the decades to come. Dolph Lundgren shows his physique before becoming a global action star, standing out for his dedication to martial arts and bodybuilding. His academic path in chemical engineering and his imposing presence helped shape the image that would lead to his breakout success in 1980s film. Actors Charlton Heston and Stephen Boyd share a relaxed moment riding a Vespa scooter during the filming of the classic Ben-Hur in 1959. The contrast between Roman centurion costumes and a modern vehicle of the time reveals the easygoing behind-the-scenes side of one of the biggest productions in history. Actor Al Pacino appears as a baby in a family portrait taken in 1940, showing his humble roots in New York. His parents, Salvatore and Rosa Pacino, pose in the formal clothing typical of the time, years before the future artist became one of the most influential names in world cinema. The portrait of Mercedes Jelinek, taken in 1900, immortalizes the young girl who inspired the name of one of the most famous car brands in the world. The daughter of Austrian businessman Emil Jelinek, she never shared her father's passion for cars, yet her identity remains tied to the Mercedes-Benz legacy. Actress Barbara Eden poses beside her Ford Mustang Mach 1 in Los Angeles, capturing the peak of American car culture in 1969. The powerful 428 Cobra Jet engine symbolizes the golden age of muscle cars, blending Hollywood glamour with high-performance engineering that shaped lifestyle and status in California. A woman operates a futuristic lawnmower equipped with air conditioning around 1950, reflecting post-war technological optimism in American suburbs. The glass dome design matches the space-age look of the era, promising to turn yard work into an experience of pure comfort and modern leisure. A man uses the Toshiba 500 videophone in Japan in 1968, a technological innovation that anticipated decades of visual communication. The device allowed real-time image transmission during calls, symbolizing Japanese electronic pioneering and the desire to connect people through sight and sound. Tourists look out over New York from the observation deck inside the crown of the Statue of Liberty during the 1960s. The image offers a rare interior perspective of the monument, showing how visitors interacted with the colossal French-made structure that became the greatest symbol of freedom. A London subway station displays ads for products like milk and port services on curved walls covered with light tiles. Men in hats wait on a wooden platform under the artificial lighting typical of the early 20th century. The underground transit system was transforming urban mobility. The ocean liner RMS Mauritania appears in dry dock at the port of Liverpool in 1909. Its imposing stern shows the huge propellers and rudder that drove the giant across the Atlantic route. Engineers pose in front of the metal structure, highlighting the monumental scale of British commercial seafaring. The steamship Lansdowne pushed through the frozen waters of the Detroit River around 1905, operating as a vital link for the Grand Trunk Railway. This ferry carried railroad cars between Canada and the United States, keeping commerce moving even during harsh North American winters. A woman rests at the entrance of her vehicle, adapted for life on the road in 1927, reflecting the early days of motorized camping culture. The wooden structure, built on an automobile chassis, had windows and curtains, allowing families to explore the roads with independence. A driver uses the self-service system to fill up at an Emmerich's gas station in 1974. The signs show regular gasoline priced at 48 cents per gallon, a figure that would soon be affected by the global energy crises of the 1970s. A man in formal clothing uses a telephone installed in his convertible, parked on a busy street in 1959. With suitcases on the sidewalk and the trunk open, the image highlights luxury mobile technology long before the digital age. This innovation was a symbol of post-war status and efficiency. Artificial lights wash over Detroit's skyscrapers in the 1940s, showing the city at its peak as the industrial heart of the United States. The nighttime aerial view reveals architectural density and economic energy driven by wartime and automotive production. The New York skyline showed the newly completed Twin Towers rising above Battery Park City while it was still under construction in 1977. At the time, an empty lot filled with sand and gravel contrasted with the classic buildings along West Street as luxury cars moved through the metropolis. A tightrope performer defies gravity by balancing on stacked chairs on an elevated platform atop a 20-story building in New York in 1900. The daring feat reflects the spirit of challenge and the courage of street performers who sought to amaze crowds in the early days of the modern metropolis. A Dakota gathering takes place inside a large traditional tent during the 1880s. The image captures a moment of collective deliberation and cultural preservation under colonial pressure, showing the social organization and resistance of native nations in North America. Long before it became the world capital of entertainment and casinos, Las Vegas was just a small, isolated oasis in the Nevada desert. In 1895, the landscape was dominated by native vegetation and natural waterways, serving as a vital stop for travelers crossing the American West. The 1927 Bugatti Type 41 Royal Coupe Napoleon appears alongside the family's private chauffeur, showing the peak of automotive luxury in the years between the wars. Designed by Ettore Bugatti to be the most lavish car in the world, this model had massive proportions and was intended exclusively for royalty. A craftsman or laborer poses for a formal portrait between 1850 and 1880, holding a hammer and a wrench as symbols of his trade. The top hat and formal clothing reflect the dignity given to manual work during the Industrial Revolution, when metal tools shaped technological progress and the expansion of urban infrastructure. Dock workers pose on the deck of a barge moored in England during the 1890s, a time marked by heavy river traffic in the Victorian era. The wooden wheel and thick ropes show the manual effort needed for the movement of goods that powered the empire's maritime economy. British anthropologists recorded in 1901 the spontaneity of a Chinese man who broke the strict formality of photography at the time. While the documentation aimed for seriousness, his relaxed reaction in front of the lens revealed a vivid sense of humanity within a foreign cultural cataloging project. During a crossing over the waters of the South Atlantic, the crew of the Graf Zeppelin faced the technical challenge of making exterior repairs to the airship's structure while it was still in flight. Alfred Eisenstadt photographed these workers in 1934, showing the boldness of German engineering at that time. A Victorian family poses for a formal portrait in the 1860s, wearing clothing that signals status and social respectability for the time. The composition reflects the era's customs, when photography served to preserve family lines and generational memory amid the changes of the 19th century. King George VI and Queen Elizabeth enjoy a relaxed moment with their daughters, Princess Elizabeth and Princess Margaret, in a well-lit home setting. The image captures the House of Windsor in casual clothing, balancing the formality of the crown with family closeness before global changes reshaped the era. A young athlete from Boys High School focuses on taking a free throw during a basketball game in Atlanta in the 1920s. The scene shows the light wooden floor and period uniforms, capturing the feel of school sports and the shooting rules used in the early 20th century. Chess prodigy Samuel Reshevsky, only 8 years old, shows his brilliance by playing several chess masters at the same time in France in 1920. Dressed in a sailor outfit, the child challenged the experience of older men and built worldwide fame as an intellectual phenomenon. Two men cool off in Russian waters while playing a chess match on an improvised float in 1976. Wearing paper hats for sun protection, they show the national passion for the game even during the leisure time. The photo captures everyday summer life in Moscow. Swimmers enjoy a sunny day at a public pool in Budapest in 1939. The original color photo reveals lively social life in Hungary before the changes of the following decade, highlighting period swimwear and shared leisure moments within the city's local architecture. Men gather in a hookah cafe in Istanbul in 1885 during the final period of the Ottoman Empire. The image details social life at the time, showing traditional clothing and the shared smoking custom that served as a central place for interaction and cultural exchange in Turkey. Residents and workers move along Engine Alley in Dublin in 1900, revealing everyday urban life in Ireland at the turn of the century. The cobblestone street lined with brick buildings and wooden carts shows the simplicity of local infrastructure before full industrial modernization. An illustration from 1831 reveals the interior of Rope's Gymnasium, showing how physical training was carried out nearly 2 centuries ago. Men use ropes, bars, and gym equipment in a large room, demonstrating how much importance was placed on conditioning even then. In 1930, a London zoo worker cools penguins with a simple watering can on a hot day. The photo captures direct interaction between caretaker and animals, highlighting animal care and welfare practices in zoos during the first half of the 20th century. A smiling woman emerges from a colossal mound of grapes during celebrations of a record harvest in Burbank in 1930. The event celebrated California's agricultural abundance during a period of major economic change, highlighting the importance of local fruit growing. During the 1960s, circus entertainment often used large primates in choreographed shows. In that era, gorillas and orangutans were trained to perform in group acts that traveled across many countries, reflecting the animal exhibition norms of the time. In a family photo from 1990, John Cena smiles beside a man dressed as Santa Claus in a typical holiday season mood. The image conveys the relaxed atmosphere of Christmas celebrations in simple, welcoming settings. It is a portrait that preserves the spontaneity of childhood memories. In a studio, a model presents the inner structure of a structured top, revealing wires and adjustments designed for support and comfort. Photographed by Jack Glick, the scene shows how the design was tested behind the scenes before reaching store displays. It is a technical detail that became an iconic image of its time. Between light and shadow, the actress poses seated in a draped dress with a high slit and a shimmering belt, shaping a sculptural silhouette against a painted backdrop. The framing highlights her steady gaze, the lines of the fabric, and the heels, all with the feel of an elegant night out. It is a portrait of Sophia Loren in 1962 at the height of European cinema. Stars Lauren Bacall, Humphrey Bogart, and Marilyn Monroe share a relaxed moment during the premiere of the film How to Marry a Millionaire in 1955. The event marked the height of Hollywood's golden age, bringing pop culture icons together for a gala night. That level of glamour defined classic cinema. High society men and women gather in a luxurious hall to socialize in 1860. Under an imposing chandelier, guests wear formal attire and full dresses, following strict Victorian etiquette codes. These in-person gatherings were a central pillar of elite social networks in the 19th century. Two young students in formal clothing and top hats wait outside Lord's Cricket Ground in 1937 while working-class boys look on. The visual contrast shows rigid social stratification in Great Britain before the Second World War, revealing sharp differences in privilege. Passengers wait for their destinations at the Los Angeles Greyhound bus terminal in 1969, using seats equipped with small individual television screens. This technological feature aimed to offer entertainment and comfort at one of the busiest transportation hubs in the United States. Inventor H.L. Bowdoin displays his advanced deep-sea diving suit in 1931, featuring a robust metal structure designed to withstand pressure in ocean depths. The pioneering design included articulated arms and built-in lights, representing a technological leap in underwater exploration. The Procrastinators Club of America held a satirical protest in front of Independence Hall in Philadelphia. On March 9, 1966, members carried signs demanding an end to the War of 1812 with James Madison. The humor worked as light social commentary on the political movements of the time. A street peanut vendor draws customers' attention in the mid-1890s by wearing a peculiar outfit completely covered in peanut shells. This visual marketing strategy in the Victorian era aimed to make the product stand out in the urban crowd by using the food itself as decoration. An elephant steps down from a Ringling Brothers Circus railcar in New York in 1963, watched closely by children sitting in the rail yard. Moving these animals by train required complex logistics that brought the show to the masses and kept the traveling entertainment tradition alive. Waiters wear animal masks and comic characters during a carnival party in a Bavarian tavern in 1933. The image captures a moment of relaxation and regional folklore in Germany, preserving cultural traditions that endured amid the country's deep political changes. Model Nena von Schliebrugge poses with striking elegance beside a classic car in the 1950s, accompanied by her dogs. Before she became known as the mother of actress Uma Thurman, she was one of the most prominent figures in European fashion, embodying the era's sophistication. If you enjoyed this video and want to support the channel, please use the Super Thanks tool below. Your contribution helps us keep bringing you amazing historical content. Thank you so much for your support, and see you in the next video.